Good evening, everybody. We're tracking some severe thunderstorms here that just issued a severe thunderstorm warning here for western South Carolina. Storms, as you can see, are starting to move across from Georgia into the South Carolina area. We are under a tornado watch here for western portions of South Carolina. That includes a 30% chance of tornadoes, 40% chance of damaging gusty winds, and 20% chance of hail. So that's about a 75% or 70% combined risk here as we move through the evening and into the overnight hours. So we're going to be taking a close dive into what's going on around the country here. We've got a lot going on right now. So we've got a currently a PDS tornado warning down here for portions of uh, if I can get my thing to zoom in here, Louisiana. We got Meadville, Louisiana, included in that. Rosetta, Garden City just went through that PDS. This is a confirmed, particularly dangerous situation. So if you have friends and family members in any one of these areas, Bunkley, Mount Olive, any of those areas moving through to the east here. We've got a tornado emergency now just issued in place here for these areas where you're seeing the circulation. So Flat Rock, Garden City, White Apple, those areas all under that tornado emergency that just issued here in Louisiana. Definitely want to keep these people in our prayers. I know we're watching Georgia and South Carolina, but I wanted to turn all attention to the current tornado emergency right now. You can see this is a pretty wicked looking storm here on radar. Very violent tornado here right now on the ground and producing significant damage. That's why we have the PDS tornado warning and the tornado emergency at this point right now. Uh, Very, very dangerous, catastrophic storm underway here in Louisiana. So if you are in the Meadville area, Roxy, even any of these areas, I'm not even going to think about how to pronounce this, Hamachito. But if you're in those areas, definitely want to be taking cover right now. And be prayers be with the Flat Rock, Garden City, and White Apple areas right now, as they just experienced an extremely violent tornado. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. Moving up here towards the Georgia and South Carolina area. Um, We've got that severe thunderstorm warning that does extend into western South Carolina. That includes areas in Georgia like Clarksville, and then into South Carolina, Westminster, Walhalla, those areas. Tallalua Falls, Turnerville, Georgia, all those areas, all under that severe thunderstorm warning. Down in here, Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area, Springer Mountains, just clear of that severe thunderstorm warning here in Georgia, and that is moving east and will eventually cross in towards the Anderson, South Carolina area as well. So we're going to keep a close eye on that over the next couple hours as these storms start to progress east. This entire front's going to start pushing. A new severe thunderstorm warning just issued out for Cleveland and Claremont. That does include other areas like Mossy Creek, Centerside, Rogers Mill, Leaf, Pink, Stovall Mill, and Yona, all included under that severe thunderstorm warning. So we're going to keep a close eye on that as it pushes east as well. Main threats here with these is damaging hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds with that particular storm. And then we've got 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds with the other, as that's moving a little bit closer to the South Carolina border as we go over the next probably about hour and a half or so. We'll start to see those conditions start to move into western South Carolina. We've got a lot going on here towards Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. And I'm sorry that PDS is in Mississippi, not Louisiana. I messed that up earlier. But that does include, let's pull this up. Tornado emergency for Meadville, Bude. A tornado warning remains in effect till 7:15 p.m. Central. Confirmed large and destructive tornado was located near Bude or Meadville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Tornado emergency. It's a particularly dangerous situation, so definitely want to be in safe places. If you have anybody in those areas, and I apologize for getting that messed up a little bit earlier, but that is definitely in Mississippi. A lot going on. I'm getting states mixed up. There's so many warnings and watches over a lot of these states that it's a lot to follow for one guy here. So bear with me on that. This is our first stream covering large amounts of area, and I'm excited to be able to start bringing that to you. Our primary focus is obviously South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, but with that tornado emergency going on down here, we want to definitely keep those folks in our prayers and keep watching. There's a lot of areas of circulation along that line. We can check in on velocities. You can see a very large area of circulation here, very tight. Definitely tornado on the ground there doing damage. You can see the debris ball here definitely doing damage. There is definitely a tornado on the ground still at this time right now. So we're going to keep a close eye on this, but definitely not a a radar signature that you want to see as we're moving in through this evening here. Let's zoom out here and take a look. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning down here in Mississippi, just issued. Will expire in about 24 minutes, and I apologize for my coughing here tonight. We need some rain because my allergies are killing me. But thank you everybody for tuning in here for the live coverage this evening. This is our brand new stream setup. So this is really a good opportunity for us to test this out before we start getting severe weather here in South Carolina. I wanted to come on and talk about all of this. So if you're liking the new stream setup, please let us know in the comments. That would be wonderful. And I'm going to pull up the comments here on the stream chat, see if anybody's commented yet. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We definitely want to hear from you. I got the chat open, so we are ready to go. There's a radar is indicating a little bit of rotation here in Georgia. Like I said, we are under that tornado watch, but we'll check that out here. Turn off the composite. A little bit of rotation there, but it has since kind of gone away. So we're going to keep a close eye on any of the rotation that we see within any of these storms, as we do have that slight possibility of being able to produce a tornado as well moving into western South Carolina this evening. Right now, I'm going to bring up the day one outlooks here. It's going to take a little bit to load because there's a lot going on. All these warnings are crashing our system here. I can't get the outlooks to pop up right now, but we're going to keep an eye on what's going on down here. Let's zoom back in on this tornado emergency. We're going to pull that radar back up. Still not looking good on radar here. Velocities are still crazy here. Giant tornado happening right now in Mississippi. Definitely an extremely dangerous situation right now. Within the next week or two, we will also be adding and making the addition of storm chasers on here from around the country So we're going to be adding some pretty cool features here to our stream. We are working on storm chasers joining the stream from across the country, particularly in the Midwest and Arkansas. I've got a pretty awesome guy joining the stream in Arkansas, probably starting sometime next week. So that's pretty exciting. But again, very dangerous situation here. Tornado emergency in Mississippi. This covers, like I said, counties of Meadville, in Franklin County, Mississippi, until 7:15 Central. So about 5 more minutes on that tornado emergency. But I'm considering saying that's going to probably be extended, as this tornado appears to be getting more violent as it goes. You still see we do have still a debris ball here on radar that we're continuing to watch, but that is moving to the east northeast. Again, up here in Georgia, these severe thunderstorm warnings still in play right now. Moving in towards the South Carolina line, the severe thunderstorm is starting to work across the South Carolina line towards Long Creek. Tullahola Falls are in it now. Turnerville in it now, moving towards the Westminster, Walhalla area, and then eventually into Clemson. You can see Clemson here on the radar. These storms are moving to the east and will eventually impact these areas. It looks like they're trying to come together, more of a linear type storm mode, but we are still watching that. We've got a destructive storm doing damage here down in Alabama near Livingston, Marion. Those areas all under a destructive severe thunderstorm warning right now. I'm going to refresh my radar here, see if I can get things working. Still looking very nasty down here in Mississippi with this tornado emergency. Tornado emergency has been extended, like I discussed a few minutes ago, as I predicted it probably would be. But we are still looking pretty nasty on radar here. This is a violent tornado moving through. Not seeing as much on a debris ball right now, but definitely still some debris showing this is a very dangerous and violent tornado on the ground in Mississippi. If you are in the or have family members in Brookhaven, Meadville, Bogue, Cheeto, Auburn, those areas need to be all in their safe places here. We can move in, we can zoom in a little bit further and see if we can see any other. Quentin, Lucian, West Lincoln, Williams, Cobbs, Zetas, Hartman, Thayer, Enterprise, Wellman, all of these areas, Brookhaven for sure, need to be in their safe space sheltering right now, as this violent storm is working its way towards you east northeast right now, and that is moving at 50 miles per hour. Again, Mississippi under a tornado emergency right now. A large and violent destructive tornado is on the ground currently right now, producing damage. Taking a look at correlation coefficient again, still seeing some debris there being lofted into the air on radar. So definitely keeping an eye on this. Several other severe thunderstorm warnings as you move up towards the Georgia area. A lot of hail involved with this storm here in Alabama, Livingston moving towards the Marion area in Alabama. Destructive severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for those areas. That will expire in about an hour. So still a long way to go with this storm here in Alabama. Again, up here into South Carolina and Georgia, we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings still extending. They will expire in about 45 minutes. The storm now just entering western South Carolina right now and will impact the Walhalla area, Westminster, Clemson area over the next about 30-45 minutes. So if you're in those areas, definitely want to prepare for a damaging wind gusts is the primary threat with this. We're looking at wind gusts 60 miles per hour. Radar indicated hail at 1 inch in diameter. So definitely want to be in a safe place if you're not there yet. But be forewarning, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for your area and working towards you right now. So over the next 15, probably 30 minutes or so till we're near Clemson. A lot going on here. Anybody that's watching, how am I looking in Newberry tonight? Newberry, let's bring Newberry up. Oh, wrong Newberry. So you can see here, Lance, on Newberry. Those storms are going to pass a bit north of you. They're going to go more out towards the Union, Chester. But they are trying to form a line here. So Newberry's definitely, you're not under that tornado watch at all, but could definitely see a chance of some thunderstorms as we move through the night, and that's going to extend all the way over east, even into Myrtle Beach, as we go through the evening and overnight hours into the early morning here along the coast. But Columbia, Florence, all those areas throughout the overnight hours can run the risk of seeing some of those thunderstorms. We can see if I can get anything to load here this evening, but weather-wise is giving some issues here this evening. Nothing wants to load, so bring up some models, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen for me this evening. Timing along the coast here for tomorrow is a little off right now. We're still not a whole lot of agreement, and that really depends on how quickly these storms kind of want to keep pushing and how quickly that front wants to go. Eventually, that front's going to stall down here in the far southeast, but we're just not quite sure exactly where that's going to happen right now. But that's going to really determine how quickly these storms are going to work their way across South Carolina tomorrow. And we are under a marginal risk of severe weather, but I can't get that to pop up right now because weather-wise is being difficult this evening. But hopefully that may change over the next couple days. I do have a meeting coming up this week. That's a pretty exciting meeting, so maybe that will change. Lumberton, North Carolina. Lumberton's in the clear. You're going to see some rain showers here throughout the overnight. Can't rule out some lightning and some thunder with that as well, but we're going to keep an eye on that throughout the evening. So right now, Lumberton looks pretty good. There's Lumberton for you. You can see those storms are working their way towards Charlotte, Concord area right now, moving through Gaffney. Not a whole lot of lightning with them, a couple little bolts here and there. But nothing severe currently at this time. Our main focus right now is western South Carolina under that tornado watch that was issued earlier. Still got this tornado emergency in Mississippi. Things are starting. Radar's looking a little bit better than what it was, but definitely not great. Turn off weather reports here. I'm trying to turn some things off so maybe we can get. There we go. Now we've got things loading here now. Definitely still looking like we've got a tornado here on velocities. And again, that's moving towards Brookhaven, West Lincoln. Meadville is just about out of it now, but we need to keep our thoughts and prayers with these areas as this is a deadly, violent tornado right now. Still got that destructive severe thunderstorm warning here moving towards the Marion, Georgia, or Marion, Alabama area, and currently impacting Demopolis and Forkland. All right, so that severe thunderstorm warning for Georgia, the South Carolina side is still currently in play. The Georgia side has expired as the storm is now moving primarily into South Carolina now. Westminster, Walhalla, Clemson, all of those areas are under the severe thunderstorm warning currently. This severe thunderstorm warning here near Cleveland, Georgia, Claremont is still in play, still wanting to hang on there. The storm has weakened substantially here over the last about 30 minutes, but Clarksville, Toccoa, all of those areas still looking forward to some heavy rainfall and gusty winds as the storm pushes east. Still praying for these folks in Mississippi. Got another PDS tornado warning here near Hadesburg, Purvis as well. Currently, right now, we've got three tornado warnings and 4 severe thunderstorm warnings in the United States as of now. One of those being here in South Carolina that we're currently watching right now. So this has been able to be downgraded to just an observed tornado. It does not make it any less dangerous. However, it's been downgraded from the PDS, to just a observed tornado. Another observed tornado here in Hadesburg, moving towards New Augusta, Richton as well. And that tornado warning has just been issued for Richton and New Augusta. And those are in Mississippi. So Mississippi being the hot spot right now for tornadoes as we're moving through the evening. That's eventually going to extend into Alabama and then eventually into Georgia, where we do have parts of Georgia under and into South Carolina under that tornado watch as we move. That goes through about the next 6 hours. They may extend that depending on how conditions kind of go throughout the evening and overnight. Up here near Greenville, Walhalla still under that severe thunderstorm warning that will expire in about 35 minutes. We'll take a look at that storm here. Still got that broad area of rotation on that supercell as it's working east. Now, some of these look like they're starting to form. It's real messy storm mode here this evening, and that's what was anticipated. And that's listed under the tornado watch. Real messy line of storms here as things start to progress east, and the atmosphere kind of stabilizes a little bit this evening into the overnights. But storms tomorrow are really going to be timing dependent. So, especially here along the coast, the longer it takes for those storms to get here, the more daily warming that we can get, and the greater risk for severe weather. Still, right now we are under a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. But that could change. Right now, I'm looking at a low end severe weather impact tomorrow. The biggest issue that we'd be looking for, the biggest risk is going to be damaging wind gusts with any one of those storms that want to come through. So overall, not looking anything like what we're seeing this evening across many portions of Dixie Alley, extending even into South Carolina this evening. So not looking to be quite as extensive on warnings and quite as severe, but definitely run the risk of some damaging wind gusts tomorrow. That's the primary threat for our area here along the coast. We'll go back down here to Mississippi and check on this tornado. The radar signature looks a little bit better. Velocity still indicating that rotation there, and you can see that rotation. 90% confidence in rotation on the tornado ID. So definitely still possibly a tornado on the ground. This is an observed tornado warning for these areas in Mississippi, and that includes Little Springs, Center Point, Arlington, West Lincoln, and moving up towards Brookhaven as well. So if you're in any of these areas and need to be in your safe place this evening, as a tornado warning, an observed tornado warning is in play right now for you. Just take a scroll back here. You can see what's going on around the country. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings out there right now. Now, this severe thunderstorm warning in western South Carolina looks greater than 3/4 of an inch in hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. I think wind gusts are going to be the primary threat over the next 24 hours, all the way across South Carolina, with anything that could become strong to severe. Not looking at a widespread severe thunderstorm risk here for tomorrow, but we are definitely looking at the possibility that any storm along the way could become strong to severe. So that's why we're under that marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. Timing's a little bit off right now. If I could load models this evening, I would definitely do that and show you, but for some reason I can't. So I will make a post about that here later on this evening, about the models and what that's looking like and what radar could look like as we move into tomorrow. But unfortunately for Greenville, Columbia, those areas west, um, looking to be an overnight storm issue here. This nocturnal weather is never fun, but it does make for a nice lightning show, that's for sure. Weather-wise, it's giving me a little bit of a headache here this evening, but we do have over 1,500 people watching this current radar site down here in Mississippi, which is understandable as they've got a very active tornado right now, particularly dangerous situation going on as we've got a tornado on the ground causing damage. Right now, you can see the rotation is right in here, working its way east northeast. I believe it's still at 50 miles per hour. See if we can bring up the cell here. East at 39 miles per hour right now. So weather-wise is a little crazy right now with people tuning in. So things are loading a little bit slow. Correlation coefficient not showing that debris ball that we were seeing earlier. So that's a better sign here. But we are also looking at like it's going through an area that's a little bit less populated, which is great. But it did go through Meadville and those areas a little bit ago, which are populated areas, Franklin County Memorial Hospital, those areas, as it was a tornado emergency a short time ago. So again, tonight is kind of a test run of our new stream setup. We're testing everything, making sure everything looks good, but we're also keeping people aware of what's going on. So yes, this is not Myrtle Beach per se. We are watching western South Carolina as well, as we've got some severe thunderstorm warnings out there right now and impacting areas like Walhalla, Westminster, moving into Clemson here within the next 15 minutes or so. So if you're in those areas, Anderson, South Carolina definitely needs to be preparing for a strong thunderstorm here over the next 45 minutes to an hour. So we're keeping a close eye. But tonight, I really wanted to test out the stream, make sure everything looks good. We've rebuilt and automated, almost fully automated, our entire stream to make things a little bit easier, including warnings and current counts and current conditions for Myrtle Beach and those things like that that you're seeing popping up on the screen. When new warnings are issued, you'll see that pop up, whether it's a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning. It will pop up on the screen, letting you know ahead of time, probably long before I even talk about it, that that severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning exists. At the top of your screen, you're going to see the current watches and warnings and all of the alerts for South Carolina and North Carolina right there at the top of your screen. So anytime you tune in, if you want to know what's going on, You don't even have to listen to me. You can just read right there at the top of the screen. And that's all automated just for you guys. We've been working really, really hard to get that up and running for you. Now, that severe thunderstorm warning, it was allowed to expire here in western South Carolina, but still a very strong storm out here working its way. Very heavy rainfall. Let's see here. A little bit of broad rotation on that. It's definitely not what it was as it was moving into South Carolina. But the atmosphere is a little bit more stable as it starts to push east. But we're going to keep a close eye on that. I wouldn't be surprised, given what we're seeing here right now, if they would issue a special weather statement on that here as we move a little bit closer to Anderson here in a little while. But definitely some heavy rain working into western South Carolina for sure. New severe thunderstorm warning issued, continuing that severe thunderstorm warning for Marion in Alabama. That tornado warning has now been downgraded from a PDS to just a standard tornado warning. Radar indicated at this point no one's observed any additional tornado there, but still a good hook signature there on the radar. And velocities are still, again, that pretty decent couplet there, but it has been allowed to diminish from the PDS down to just a standard radar indicated tornado warning. So you're not out of the woods yet there in Brookhaven, but you definitely want to be in your safe place. Heed the warnings. The storm can regenerate a violent tornado at any time, so we want to keep a close eye on that. And judging by velocities right now, you should probably definitely be heeding the tornado warning as the storm pushes east over the next short while here. Brookhaven's not too far away, 15 minutes. This is a good point to show you guys, Greenville, Anderson, Gainesville, Athens, Rome, Atlanta, Noonan, all the way down to Columbus, all under that tornado watch. Americus down to Albany under that tornado watch here for about a 70% combined chance of tornadoes here this evening and in through the overnight hours till about 1 a.m. This will expire. So heed the warnings if they're issued. Just got a fresh radar scan in for this Brookhaven tornado. Also, I still have this tornado warning down here for New Augusta, Beaumont, Richton as well. Things looking still some broad and tight rotation down here. New Augusta, that's a brand new velocity scan here. Looks like we're starting to get some more rotation moving a little bit further east on that. So that may be building back and it's kind of splitting up into another tornado. So don't let your guard down on this New Augusta storm either as well as we move over the next 15-20 minutes or so. But definitely still want to keep watching if you're in Brookhaven, Mississippi, for the potential for a violent and strong tornado. And there we go. We've got that observed again, just like I said, based on that velocity couplet. We've got strong rotation right in here. Observed tornado on the ground, moving. Um, let's see what direction we've got here. Moving east at 50 miles per hour. The tornado was located over West Lincoln, or 11 miles southwest of Brookhaven. So if you're in that Brookhaven area, you need to be sheltering in your safe place right now. If you have friends and family in this area, pick up the phone, give them a call, let them know, especially if they're in East Lincoln, Brookhaven, Bogue Cheeto. And if I'm mispronouncing some of these, please let me know. But observed tornado warning. Tornado is on the ground, causing damage right now. Currently, right now in South Carolina and Georgia, no severe thunderstorm warnings, no special weather statements, nothing right now. We do have some storms working their way through into western South Carolina. Anderson's about ready to be in some of that heavy rain. Either way, this is beneficial rainfall. We need this rainfall, so definitely looking forward to a lot of these areas getting some of this rain over the next 24 hours, including here along the beach, Florence and east down to Charleston, Savannah. Those areas all desperately need the rain. Let's come back in here for the Brookhaven tornado. Now we're under a PDS situation, a particularly dangerous situation yet again, just issued. A violent tornado is on the ground. You can see the debris ball right here on radar. This is no longer just radar indicated. This is observed and particularly dangerous if you're in any one of these areas. Thayer, West Lincoln, Bogue Cheeto, Hartman, Enterprise, all of those areas under a particularly dangerous situation. Brookhaven is included in that. So if you have friends and family in those areas, they need to be in their safe place right now. This is a large and violent tornado. I had a feeling a little bit ago I had mentioned that this was probably going to produce another tornado just because it wasn't observed anymore. And a lot of these tornadoes that you're going to see tonight are most likely rain wrapped. So um, definitely very, very dangerous because you can't see the tornado. So you want to pay close attention and heed the warnings and be in your safe place when the warnings are issued. This is a very dangerous situation here unfolding on radar right now for Brookhaven. West Lincoln right now. West Lincoln, if you're not in your safe place now, you need to be. We're looking at 80% on the tornado ID. Let's go back over here to the Hadesburg storm. New Augusta is under that tornado warning. Definitely got some pretty decent rotation on that as well. That is just a radar indicated. Nothing observed on that one yet, but definitely heed that warning and be in your safe place if you're in any of those areas as well. Guys, if you're watching the stream, let me know what you think, how everything looks. This is our test, so we want to make sure everything looks really good and it's answering any questions that you may have. Um, if you're getting the information that you need, if there's anything you wish you would see that we don't have, maybe we can start instituting some of that. Currently, right now, we have 3 tornado warnings and 1 severe thunderstorm warning active in the United States right now. And that 1 severe thunderstorm warning is still continuing here for Marion, um, and that is in Alabama. Got some pretty significant hail going on with that storm. That's 2.5-inch hail radar indicated right now, 60-mile-per-hour winds. So if you're in the Marion area, if you're in Uniontown, any of those areas, Highway 183, Highway 5, definitely want to be paying attention to um, the weather reports here. You could be seeing some substantial hail over the next 30 minutes or so. Marion looks like you're going to get the most of that hail is going to be just a little bit south of there. So Marion, Alabama, paying close attention to that severe thunderstorm warning. This was the same storm here near Marion that was had the destructive severe thunderstorm warning earlier this evening. I am watching this one here near Livingston in York, Alabama, Bellamy, Demopolis, those areas could potentially become and see a severe thunderstorm warning out of that here in the near future. But so far, Georgia and South Carolina are clear from severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's take a look at the radar here up in towards Anderson and Greenville, Walhalla, those areas of South Carolina. Right now, some heavy rain, some frequent lightning there with these storms. Nothing severe, nothing super strong at this point right now, but that can change over the next 30, 45 minutes. But I think you're getting into a little bit more stable air there right now. We did have this little rogue special weather statement just get issued for a storm near Christiansburg, Virginia, Wytheville, Pulaski, Salem, those areas under that special weather statement that was just issued. That is for 40-mile-per-hour winds associated with that storm as well. So not a whole lot going on there. A little bit of rain here towards the Statesville, Mocksville, Lexington, Salisbury, those areas in North Carolina. A little bit of rain coming through. No lightning with any of that. So far, I mean, this lightning is pretty impressive here in Western South Carolina, and that's going to continue to be the case. It looks like based on models all the way to the coast tomorrow. So we'll see the timing, if that timing works out as far as when those storms actually do make it to the coast. We'll see what time of day that is. But the later in the day could lead to that higher risk of severe weather. We are under a marginal risk of severe weather tomorrow. So you can see here, there's the day 2 or day 1. This is the primarily the area that we're looking at for severe weather here, which is Western South Carolina from Columbia west. And then tomorrow, I can't get the day 2 to load, but we are under marginal risk here along the coast. Let's go back down here to our PDS tornado warning in Mississippi. Things are starting a little bit better on radar. Still have what looks to be a debris ball there on radar. That is debris lofted into the air, and velocities are agreeing with that as well. So if you take a look at, let's circle this right here. And when I bring up the correlation coefficient, now we did just get a refresh on radar, so it moved a little bit, but they do line up. So definitely tornado ongoing there. Just south of Brookhaven, getting ready to cross Highway 55. So if you're in any of these areas, you need to be in a safe place and taking shelter immediately. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Trying to see if I can find some traffic cameras on Highway 55 and see if we can get a view of this thing. But we don't have any traffic cameras down that far. Tornado warning has been extended here. That includes areas Cole Green, Wilson, Neely, Richton, Leakesville, all the way over to the Alabama line. Rotation still looking very good there near Beaumont. Still watching this tornado warning here. Just south of Brookhaven, just crossed over Highway 55. The area circulation is moving towards East Lincoln right now. So, in areas in between Hartman, Thayer, Enterprise, Wellman, all of those areas, Fair Oak Springs, Fair River, Cam, y'all need to be in your safe places right now. This is this has been a dangerous tornado. You can see lofting debris into the air right there. There's debris on the radar. And this is completely rain wrapped at this point. So you can't even see this tornado if you're in Thayer, Hartman, Enterprise, any of those areas. You're not going to see this thing. So don't even bother going out. Don't even think about going outside. This, this is going to slap you right in the face. Y'all need to be in your safe places right now. It is lofting debris into the air. You can see as it's going through these areas here, it is picking up debris. Bring up, there it is. So there are some houses and things here in these areas. So definitely want to be in a safe place. Still nothing going on in South Carolina and Georgia at this point. Just a lot of rain moving in through Anderson right now, moving towards Greenwood and Lawrence, South Carolina, Malden, Greenville, Pickens, all of those areas. We're going to be seeing some heavy rain and probably some frequent lightning there. There's a good bit of lightning associated with that as well. But the main concern here this evening is this PDS tornado that's been ongoing. And this was a tornado emergency a little while ago. Still not looking great on velocities and radar. Weather-wise is giving me a really hard time tonight loading. There we got the velocity. Still not looking great on velocity. Still quite a debris ball there on radar. Right where that center of circulation is, you can see that debris ball. And that lines up with the circulation on velocity as well. So still a dangerous tornado moving just south of Brookhaven in Mississippi. A cool little teaser here moving in towards tomorrow. You can see here down at the bottom of my screen, you see me yet again. That will actually be some chasers here. There, we just issued another tornado emergency here. Particularly dangerous situation, catastrophic damage threat. You can see that debris being wafted through these areas. These are populated areas. Thayer, Hartman. These are places where people live. These are houses being destroyed right now. This is a life-threatening situation here unfolding yet again here for the second time this evening on this same tornado warned storm. Just crossed over Highway 55 in Mississippi, Brookhaven, Mississippi, right now. Still moving along. Major tornado emergency here again for the second time. I apologize for my coughing here this evening. PDS tornado warning just issued for Monticello, East Lincoln, Woolworth, Silver Creek, all of those areas included in that PDS tornado warning. We still got the ongoing tornado emergency here, which covers Brookhaven and Bogue Cheeto, East Lincoln, and areas in between. If you're in any of these areas, you need to be seeking shelter right now. It's a particularly dangerous situation. We've got a tornado emergency for Brookhaven, Mississippi, Monticello, Mississippi, under that PDS tornado warning. Silver Creek, Woolworth, East Lincoln. The center of circulation is about to move into East Lincoln right now, just a little bit north of East Lincoln. Fair Oak Springs, Fair River, those areas in Mississippi all need to be in your safe place. You need to be sheltering now, immediately. This is a very dangerous situation. You can see the debris on radar right now as this storm's pushing east-northeast. Right now, currently nothing in Georgia or South Carolina as far as warnings go. We do definitely still have showers and storms. We'll turn that back to reflectivity here. Got showers and storms all weakening as they're pushing east-northeast across western South Carolina. The showers and storms here up near Charlotte have kind of dissipated. Still a little bit of lightning with that as it moves in towards Charlotte out of Gaffney. Monroe, North Carolina, seeing some rain as well. But our main focus right now is this tornado emergency. And I know it's not South Carolina, but you know what? We care about all people here at Myrtle Beach Aware. And as we expand our streams, we're going to be starting to cover some of these areas as we move forward. We're actually bringing on more storm chasers. We're going to have live footage, live people out on the chase all across the country and in the Midwest and Tornado Alley, Dixie Alley. So get used to seeing it because we're going to be bringing it to you live. We have a lot of followers from all over the country. So we definitely want to make sure we keep you guys informed of what's going on. We're going to turn that off. Still focusing on this tornado emergency. We're going to see what that new warning that was just issued. That is a tornado radar indicated tornado warning. 1 and 3/4 inch hail as well, and that is moving towards the Garner, Wilson, Reba, Neely areas of Mississippi, almost into that runs all the way up to the state line there in Georgia or in Alabama. So Mississippi to Alabama, that tornado warning extends all the way across. Right now, currently, we're at 3 tornado warnings and 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the United States right now. Now we've got a second tornado emergency underway right now. This is unbelievable what we're seeing here this evening. Still underway. And I wish we had a storm chaser on this to be able to show you guys what was going on. Again, pretty heavily populated areas here. Not extremely populated, but definitely still debris lofting into the air. Can't miss that on the coalition coefficient. This is a completely rain-wrapped tornado, so if you're in any of these areas, you're not going to see this tornado coming. East Lincoln, Fair River, Fair Oaks, all of you areas need to be in your safe place. This is an extremely dangerous tornado moving towards the Monticello, Silver Creek, all of those areas over the next, I'd say, 15, 20, 30 minutes or so. All of those areas are, East Lincoln's going to be in it here in the next 5 minutes, if you're not already feeling it. Reed Timmer confirmed a video here just now. Massive wedge tornado on this storm here. And that definitely reflects on radar for sure. Massive wedge tornado. Still lofting debris. Just north of East Lincoln, northwest of East Lincoln right now, north of Enterprise. Now that scan looks a little bit better as far as debris right now. But still looking like this tornado is probably still on the ground. Moving right towards Monticello. Over East Lincoln right now, moving towards Monticello, Silver Creek. All of your areas need to be in your safe place. It is moving pretty quick. The whole cell is moving east-northeast at 40 miles per hour. Pretty soon we'll have storm chasers on all of these storms. And there's storm chasers all around this tornado. You can see this storm's just completely raining up. Can't show you any more than that, though, unfortunately. Still, right now, tornado emergency still in play here as this tornado is still on the ground. See, rotation is tightening up there a little bit north of East Lincoln, heading towards center, Fair River, Fair Oak Springs. All of you need to be in your safe places. This was confirmed by Reed Timmer as a monster wedge tornado. So it's covering a lot of area. Monticello, get in your safe place right now. New, like I said earlier, new severe thunderstorm warning. I kind of figured this would be for the just east of Livingston, Demopolis, Bellamy, Uniontown, all of those areas in Alabama. So this is one severe storm after another here in Alabama. Still got this ongoing tornado warning. Radar indicated that expires in 18 minutes, but still a lot of hail here. This is about to roll into Alabama. I would imagine we'll see a severe thunderstorm warning issued for these areas here. Deer Park, Vinegar Bend, Epworth, Burbank, Wally, those areas of Alabama will probably see a severe thunderstorm warning here soon. Guys, if you have any friends or family in these areas, Monticello, please get on the phone with them right now. They're about to get slammed by a massive wedge tornado here. It's not looking good. Again, still lofting debris. So a very small debris ball there, but still lofting debris. Look at velocity is a new scan in here. Still definitely tornado on the ground. Lofting more debris now. That debris signature is even larger than it was a few minutes ago. Heading towards Monticello. The tornado emergency for Brookhaven, Mississippi has ended. It's been allowed to expire. There's a lot of cleanup there. We still need to keep those people in our prayers, but we are still watching the tornado emergency here, moving in towards Monticello, Mississippi at this time, moving towards Prentice, Collins, all of those areas, not out of the woods. Monticello, you are next in line. This is a dangerous tornado moving towards your area right now. If you have friends and family in these areas, you need to be on the phone with them right now, making sure they're safe. Tornado warning extended here towards Leakesville, Clark, Mississippi, moving in towards Alabama. I would imagine you'll see something extend here in towards Alabama here in a short while. If the Alabama National Weather Service, I guess it's in Mobile for that area, would be get on board here, we'll probably see that get extended as well. So right now, those are the only two tornado warnings. We've got a tornado emergency here, Mississippi, another tornado warning down here near Leakesville, Mississippi as well. God, man. This is not good for areas near Fair River, Harmony. Harmony's getting hit hard right now by a tornado. Got debris lofting on correlation coefficient. And bear with me, radar or weather-wise is loading super slow tonight. There's a lot of people watching this. We're at 4,000 people right now just watching this one radar site for this tornado. So there's a lot of people watching. But we got active circulation here. This is on velocity. This is the rotation here. Definitely a major tornado on the ground. This is causing severe damage. We are under a tornado emergency here from Monticello. That extends all the way through Silver Creek, White Sand, Progress, Arm, Robinwood, Rosella, Lincoln. East Lincoln's out of it now. Fair River's in it right now. This is going to go just north of Center and about to cross Highway 84. It may just sideswipe Monticello. So if you're on the north side of Monticello, you need to take cover. Northwest and north of Monticello, you need to be in your safe place right now. Let's take a quick peek back up here towards western South Carolina. We'll just take a look at these storms. These storms have all really fallen apart here over the last about 30-40 minutes. It was looking impressive as it was coming across the state line, but Anderson's out of it, some light rain, Gainesville, those areas. None of these storms looking like anything to worry about here over the next hour or so, but we'll keep a close eye on those. The storms up here near Charlotte, at Concord, those areas have all really fallen apart. We do have a decent storm here between Shelby and Gaffney, Shelby, North Carolina, Gaffney, South Carolina, trying to hold together there, but really nothing impactful going on right now. Still under that tornado watch for portions of western South Carolina. That does include just on the outskirts of Greenville, but Pickens, Salem, Walhalla, Westminster, Clemson, Anderson, Abbeville, all of those areas, Calhoun Falls, all of those areas under that tornado watch. And that is a small risk, but not zero risk of tornadoes here as we go through the overnight hours till about 1 o'clock in the morning. We're going to come back in here on the tornado emergency for Monticello, Mississippi. Still tons of rotation here with this storm. You can see on the reflectivity that inflow, this is completely rain wrapped. This is, according to Reed Timmer a short time ago, a massive wedge tornado doing catastrophic damage. We still got some debris lofting up in the air. You can see debris coming in from behind being dragged in. So definitely a very dangerous situation here as we move to the northeast, near the northwest portions of Monticello. You need to be in your safe place for sure. Definitely, the storm is moving very quickly towards your area. If you have friends and family in any of these highlighted areas around this tornado emergency, you need to be contacting them and making sure that they're safe. And also, if you have friends and family near the Brookhaven, Mississippi area as well, please reach out to them if you can and check on them, because there's going to be a lot of cleanup after this. Has been a violent tornado covering a lot of miles. And any money that we raise in our description here tonight, you'll see a link for the GoFundMe page. Any money that we raise tonight, we'll give a percentage of that towards the Y'all Squad with Ryan Hall. We'll donate that right to them. They've got people in place down in Alabama, Mississippi, ready to help aid these people. So anybody that wants to give a donation tonight, a portion of those proceeds will go towards the Y'all Squad to help them provide aid for these people that drastically need this aid as this tornado event is happening this evening. So we will donate that to Ryan Hall and his Y'all Squad as well. They are a nonprofit organization. So if you want to be able to see some of those proceeds go to them, feel free to click that link in our description and we'll get that money over to them ASAP. Do have a new special weather statement that was just issued. This is going to cover Clay, Randolph, and Chambers County, Alabama. Strong thunderstorm will impact southwestern Randolph, northern Tallapoosa, and western Chambers, southeastern Clay counties through 9 p.m. Pull that up, see what that looks like. You can see that stronger thunderstorm there. Moving northeast, that'll eventually move into Georgia towards Noonan, Franklin, LaGrange, those areas in Georgia. We'll check on our velocities here. Still a pretty strong couplet here. Tornado looks to be still on the ground as it's heading towards the uh, northwestern portions of Monticello, Mississippi. The thing that's really concerning is this tornado emergency box is moving, but it's not getting any smaller, and that's really concerning. Still got a huge area of rotation here moving in towards Monticello. Still appears to be lofting debris into the air. This is a crazy debris signature. And again, a completely rain-wrapped tornado. You're not going to see this tornado. This is completely rain-wrapped and extremely dangerous, especially if you're out on the roadway driving. This storm's about to cross Highway 27 and 184. That's about where this. I hate to say it, but the center of circulation looks like it's going to. Center of rotation looks like it's going to go straight directly across Monticello if this thing doesn't pick up off the ground. We want to treat this as if this tornado is on the ground and it is lofting debris on radar. So there's no indication of telling me this tornado has let up at all as of right now. So if you're in Monticello, center town, man, you're gonna get slammed here very soon. Just had a new severe thunderstorm warning issued there going into Alabama. So Alabama's on board here with from Mobile, on board with that severe thunderstorm warning. This is that tornado warned storm that's in Mississippi right now, moving east into Alabama here. So areas included in that would be Fruitdale, Epworth, Vinegar Bend, Escatawpa. If anybody from any of these areas, please let me know how you pronounce these names because there's some weird names. A lot of lightning with this storm, so we'll pay attention to that here. But that has been issued severe thunderstorm warning for those areas in Alabama. Tornado emergency still in play here for Monticello. Not looking any better on radar. Velocity still indicating strong rotation here. More debris here. This is just a freaking huge tornado. This is all debris being lofted in the air. Moving it directly into the center of downtown Monticello right now. It's the circulation's about to cross Highway 27. I'm not worried about way out west. So ongoing tornado emergency here in Mississippi. 2 tornado warnings in the United States right now and 2 severe thunderstorm warnings currently. Got some strong damaging winds here, straight out ahead of this rotation as well. right in this area, just on the east side of Monticello. These are most likely the ghost winds coming in, wrapping around the storm and into that inflow of that tornado. Completely rain wrapped tornado, very dangerous situation. Currently 4,000 WeatherWise subscribers watching this current radar. Y'all, look at this debris ball. Right here, moving into Monticello. This is going to be the southwest corner of Monticello as it's moving into town. All we can do is pray that this thing lifts before it hits center town in Monticello. We're getting really, really close. It's crossing Highway 27 right now. Moving into a pretty populated area here. It looks like we could have two areas of potential debris here. We're watching Monticello, Mississippi, just taking a direct hit from an absolute monster violent tornado right now. Guys, we need to be praying for these people from Brookhaven all the way through Monticello, Mississippi. This has been an extremely dangerous, long track, violent tornado. And we've watched it all unfold here this evening. Still got debris here in Monticello as it's moving through the downtown area. Debris being lofted into the air. According to Reed Timmer, not too long ago, this was a very large wedge tornado on the ground, confirmed. At this point, right now, completely rain wrapped, doing catastrophic damage in Monticello. From East Lincoln to Brookhaven, Monticello, all of these areas, just extremely long track tornado. The velocity is starting to look a little bit better here. Still some rotation there. Waiting for another fresh scan here to come in. But things are not looking good for Monticello, Mississippi. Still under that tornado emergency. Rotation is definitely decreasing there, but still not a good sight. The other tornado warning here moving in towards Alabama has been allowed to expire. Now we're just still under that severe thunderstorm warning. We got some crazy hail falling here. Severe thunderstorm warning calls for 1.25 inch hail moving into Alabama areas. Vinegar Bend, Seaboard, Uniform, all of those areas topped in within the next 15-20 minutes. Want to watch those areas as well. Nothing for South Carolina and Georgia right now. Tornado emergency still in play. And it looks like we're getting another area of rotation here starting to develop just east of Monticello. We're going to be watching that. We may see another tornado warning come out of that. Right here. This may try to drop another tornado. Excuse me for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, so the tornado warning or tornado emergency has been downgraded here to just a radar indicated tornado warning. Like I said, the rotation did kind of subside on radar. However, we are looking at a new area of rotation here just east of Monticello. There's still a little area of rotation over top of Monticello right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing tries to drop another tornado. If you're in Prentice, Carson, Silver Creek, those areas, you all need to be in your safe places still and be sheltering. for this as well. If you have family members in these areas, please be giving them a call right now, reaching out, make sure they're okay. All of these storms are moving up towards the Mount Olive, Collins areas of Mississippi, towards the Laurel, Mississippi area right now. So we're going to keep a close eye on this here over the next hour or so. Laurel's about an hour away from this storm approaching, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Nothing going on here in South Carolina or Georgia, but a lot of things happening in between. Things are really starting to quiet down just a little bit here this evening as we look across Alabama. But right now, still Mississippi, still the battle zone here right now. We do have this active tornado warning. And again, I would not be surprised to see that a tornado warning get extended here with yet another tornado warning being issued for the Prentice area as well, out towards Collins. Don't let your guard down yet. This is not over. This thing can easily produce another tornado yet. It's already produced two that led to two tornado emergencies, catastrophic damage. And there is a link in our bio here for tonight in our description for the stream. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, there is a link in there for our GoFundMe page. Any proceeds that we get tonight, a portion of those will go towards the Ryan Hall Y'all Squad. They do have people in place. We are not at that position to send people into certain areas right now. As of yet, that is coming down the road for us here at Myrtle Beach Aware, but we're definitely not in that situation. So a portion of those proceeds we're going to send right over to Ryan Hall and the Y'all Squad, as they already have people in position to start helping these people in Brookhaven and Monticello and those areas around there for the tornado damage, the significant damage tonight. These people need our help, and anything that you can contribute towards that would be wonderful. Greatly appreciated. The All Squad does amazing work across the country, giving people things that they need that aren't covered by insurance or by FEMA. So we will be donating a portion of those proceeds to that. Anything that we get tonight. Like I said, again, looks like we've got another area of circulation there. The rotation's starting to pick up and tighten a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if Prentice gets issued under a tornado warning here relatively soon, but we'll see. Mostly right now, it looks like to be some straight line winds coming just south of Prentice right now. But this thing could drop another tornado at any time. Do have a special weather statement that is extended into Georgia here for Fort Benning. Those areas, Lumpkin. There is a strong storm working its way east southeast towards your areas. But other than that, really, as far as Georgia goes, not a whole lot going on. Not a whole lot going on for South Carolina as well. Some showers and storms here. A little bit of lightning involved with that moving into western South Carolina towards the Columbia area. This will all push east overnight and into the eastern portions of South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, Florence, those areas, all in the overnight, early morning hours. We did have that tornado warning get extended as I suspected here. I was watching that other area of rotation that has formed there. This thing looks like it wants to try and drop yet again another tornado here as it's moving east of Monticello towards Prentice. So if you're in Prentice, Carson, Bassfield, Collins, all of those areas, you need to be taking cover right now in your safe pace. Go to the center portion of your home, away from windows. Take cover immediately right now. This thing is not done producing tornadoes here this evening. There are some storm chasers on this storm, so we'll be looking out for that confirmed to see if anybody can confirm this tornado. So far, it's radar indicated, not confirmed right now. This next tornado here, moving towards Prentice and through Prentice, Mississippi right now. We'll see if we can get some chasers on there and see if we can confirm this or not. If you're just tuning in, we are watching a tornado that's produced several tornado emergencies here in Mississippi. Getting ready to drop another tornado here. It could be on the ground now, but we are taking precautions here. If you're in the Prentice, Carson, Bassfield, Collins area of Mississippi, you need to be taking cover and be in your safe space. Right now, this thing could be dropping yet again another tornado. Right now, radar indicated tornado warnings are in place, and that includes Monticello. That this storm just went through Monticello and created massive damage. Brookhaven earlier, massive damage. So we're going to keep a close eye on this as the storm starts to push to the east, up toward Laurel. The Laurel, Mississippi is going to be seeing the impacts of this storm over the next about hour, 2 hours or so. I'm not seeing anything on radar right now as far as debris being lofted into the air. Um, Anything that's really standing out at right this point, but just definitely got some rotation here. It's very broad right now. It's really starting to broaden up, but that does not mean the storm's over yet. It may try to drop another tornado yet. It's far from over. Probably some pretty strong winds out ahead here of this, and you can kind of see that on velocities. We're looking 60, 70 mile per hour winds, 63 right there, 66. So definitely some gusty winds out ahead of this. So wind damage is still a possibility here with this. We're not out of the woods with that for sure. New severe thunderstorm warning here for Alabama. They just extended that a little bit further out. Does include Sunflower, Hawthorne, Toniette, McIntosh, Reed Settlement. See if the storm is going to get its act together here. Still have 2 tornado warnings on this. I'm sure that Monticello tornado warning is going to expire here as soon as this, maybe another refresh or so. It expires in 6 minutes. They'll probably let that go. But this thing is far from over. Could still produce another tornado. While we're waiting on that next refresh, we'll come back up here to South Carolina. Storms are all kind of falling apart as they move a little bit east towards Columbia right now. As this pushes east, we'll probably see, some showers here moving into the coast early morning hours. Nothing anytime soon for those of you here in Myrtle Beach. We try and, hey, we got models. Let's see what's going on here. We will pull up the most recent model run, the 0Z. We'll go to composite reflectivity. So let's see what the radar looks like, or what the radar could look like here over the next couple hours. You see those storms really start to diminish there as we go through the overnight hours. Here we're at 5 a.m., 6, 7. And then by the time we get to the early afternoon, a couple pop-up storms here and there. This is a lot different than recent runs. We'll pull up another recent run here. You go back to the 23, and we'll take a look at that. This brings in a little bit more towards 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. So models are really, really inconsistent here. Exactly what we're going to be seeing. The risks of severe weather are pretty low, but they're not completely diminished. We are under a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. As you can see here, that marginal risk extends all the way down into the Florida Panhandle as well. So we'll be watching things very closely as we go throughout the day tomorrow. We do have a beach weather or a beach hazard statement, which will expire tomorrow. Strong current risk is essentially what that is. But we wanted to point that out to you guys here tonight. But right now, not a whole lot going on in South Carolina other than some minor showers and storms. Really, lightning has really diminished with this over the past couple hours. We still a couple little lightning bolts here for these storms near Greenwood right now. They are moving east at this time right now. So still watching this tornado warning down here that's produced several tornado emergencies this evening in Mississippi. We're paying close attention to those areas as well. Right now, looking a lot better. We do have another area of rotation here starting near just north of Carson, Mississippi. Right now, still radar indicated. Nothing's been observed with this yet, but we're going to keep a close eye on this because this storm can still drop another tornado yet and create even more damage than what has already happened in Monticello and Brookhaven over the last 2 hours or so. So a lot can still happen with this. This storm is definitely not weakening at all, and it's still pushing east towards the Laurel area, Laurel, Mississippi, over the next hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours. You'll see this storm start pushing into your area. So, very, very heavy rainfall with this, lots of hail, and the risk of tornadoes. If you're in this tornado warning or have friends and family near Collins, Mount Olive, Bassville, Prentice, all of those areas, you need to reach out to your family members and make sure they're in their safe places right now. I'm super excited about this stream tonight because this is our test run for our big reveal that we've got coming down the road here. We're actually bringing on some storm chasers, and they're not just from Myrtle Beach. They're going to be covering areas of Mississippi, Arkansas, Kansas. We're going to be having chasers all over the place here moving forward here over the next couple weeks and throughout the rest of the season, including hurricane season. We'll have chasers for hurricane season as well. We've brought on two here locally for Myrtle Beach Aware, including not including myself. So that makes three of us here in Myrtle Beach, and a few more surprises coming down the road here in Arkansas and some other areas that we'll be bringing their footage live to be able to, so you guys can see what's going on in these areas, even outside of Myrtle Beach. You know, the days of just covering Myrtle Beach are over. We're going to be keeping people aware no matter where you're from, because we have a lot of followers that aren't just from Myrtle Beach. So we're going to be expanding a little bit here over the next couple weeks and months as we move through. Right now, currently, we've got one tornado warning here in Mississippi, one severe thunderstorm warning in Alabama. The rest is all flood warnings, flash flood warnings, and special weather statements for some stronger storms. Nothing going on here in South Carolina and North Carolina and Georgia as far as severe weather or stronger thunderstorms right now. Everything seems to be leveling out just a little bit there. We were concerned about a severe thunderstorm warning moving in towards the western portions of South Carolina earlier, but that has expired and the storms have moved on. But we're still keeping a close eye on this tornado warning that has produced several tornado emergencies in Mississippi this evening, covering a very large area. At one point, this was an extremely large wedge tornado confirmed by storm chasers on video. So, very dangerous situation here unfolding in Mississippi this evening. And rotation's starting to get a little bit tighter here as the storm's kind of progressing east towards the Collins area, Seminary, through Carson right now. So any of these areas that are in this warning, you need to be in your safe place, heeding this warning for sure. It's a very dangerous situation. This storm is known to produce violent long track tornadoes here this evening. So we're going to keep a close eye on this until these warnings are completely gone. And that tornado warning is still in effect here. Still radar indicated. No one's confirmed anything yet on this particular warning right now, but I'll be honest with you, the radar is not looking great, and it looks like we could have. Let's see where that debris lines up. That's out ahead, so yep. So we're not worried about that. A lot of this is just layering. When you start looking at this stuff, you're starting to layer things out. If your correlation coefficient lines up with your velocities, chances are you got some debris in the air lofted. So we're just lining things up and making sure that we double check. But if you could have been watching the stream just a little bit ago, or if you were watching the stream a little bit ago, you would have seen some pretty crazy debris signatures on radar. This is all starting to turn into kind of a sloppy line here, building in. All these storms here behind are all building in on the outflow. This is what's called an outflow boundary now of this dangerous storm here. This original supercell is all kind of forming an outflow boundary now. Going out through Brookhaven, bringing rain and significant rain and even some hail towards the Monticello area, east, Monticello over top of East Lincoln, bringing some hail to those areas potentially. So that could impede some rescue efforts that are going on right now. There we got a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued in Alabama. just south of Jackson. This does include Rockville, Choctaw Bluff, Alma, Prestwick, Weger. Got some pretty significant hail working its way through just past Sunflower right now. But a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Alabama. Definitely not counting this storm here in Mississippi out for producing yet again another tornado this evening before it's all said and done. And they just extended that tornado warning yet again. And that includes Collins, Willowtown, McDonald, Mount Horeb, Seminary. The area of circulation that they're interested in here is going through Terrell right now, Lone Star, Santee, just a little bit to the south of that rotation right now. Nothing confirmed yet. This is all radar indicated on this particular warning. I'm going to wait a couple more refreshes here. We'll check in here at our velocities. Still very broad rotation on this right now. Tornado ID is giving it about a 79.3% confidence on the rotation. Rotation's currently over Terrell, moving towards Collins. This is in Mississippi. Got flash flood warnings issued here in Alabama. A lot of heavy rain working its way through those areas right now. If I can get reflectivity to switch over. Still not looking good here on radar. This could drop a tornado anytime here. Got some strong straight line winds, it looks out ahead. 62-mile-per-hour winds out ahead of that rotation. And that would be basically on the inflow notch there. Still radar indicated tornado warning there for Collins, Mississippi. If you're in Collins or Seminary, it's you need to be hunkered down right now. There is no time left. Got a little, still a decent hook echo on this. The rotation's still broad, but this storm's not nearly what it was earlier, but definitely. Definitely could still drop another tornado. It's not done yet. Yeah, we got a couple areas of rotation here. Got an area of rotation right here. Another area of rotation just west of Collins here in Mississippi. We'll come back up here to South Carolina and Georgia. Show you what's going on up here. Again, those showers and storms kind of moving towards the Columbia area right now. Not a whole lot really happening right now. A little bit of lightning with some of these storms as they're moving through Columbia and Gainesville, Athens, north of Atlanta. A little bit of rain here showing up near Macon, Georgia, but the heavier rain is moving into western South Carolina right now, and but nothing strong or severe at this point right now. And those areas are in that day one outlook where we had that marginal risk of severe weather. So you will see some stronger storms there, western South Carolina, as we move through the evening and into the overnight hours. Right now, we've been watching this storm that has produced several tornado emergencies. Currently, still under a tornado warning right now. We've got several areas of rotation. We got an area of rotation here. We've got an area of rotation here. Another little area back here, but we're watching these areas right now. I don't believe that this is done yet. I think we could still see a significant tornado being dropped out of this storm yet again, one more time, before it reaches Laurel, Mississippi, which Laurel's right over here. So about another 45 minutes or so till Laurel. We could see this produce yet again another tornado, and they keep shrinking that tornado warning. They haven't extended it any further yet, but Collins, Mississippi, still under that tornado warning. Now we don't have any live chasers on any of this tonight. That is coming very soon. But this evening's stream was a test stream to test out all of our graphics, make sure our warnings and alerts are coming up properly, and everything's flowing naturally. So over the next couple days and weeks, we're going to start be adding our storm chasers that will be in Dixie Alley, in the Midwest, in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, chasing these storms as they happen in real time. So we'll have their live feeds right up on screen as well. So a lot of really exciting things coming down the pike. But right now, tonight was a test stream and to keep people aware of what's going on around the country. And again, in South Carolina, we covered that severe thunderstorm warning that we had up here near Greenville not too long ago. Walhalla, Pickens, those areas all under that severe thunderstorm warning. So we were watching that. That has since gone away. These storms and showers and storms are starting to move east towards Columbia, Sumter. Columbia is starting to get into some of that rain now. The heavier bands are coming in over the next hour or so for the Columbia area, but overall, nothing severe right now. The only tornado warning right now in the country is right here in Mississippi, and we're going to continue to watch that. Collins is under that seminary. Those areas, you all need to be sheltered in place right now as we speak. So, uh, nothing. Couple areas of rotation on those. Um, but nothing really pointing out to a tornado on the ground right now. These are all radar indicated tornado warnings right now. Monticello and Brookhaven earlier, not so much the case, as they were under tornado emergencies. Very violent and destructive tornado was taking place in those areas earlier. This has been a long track storm, long track producing long track violent tornadoes. Couple areas of rotation here, very broad overall. Much different storm than what we were looking at an hour ago, but still something to keep an eye on, as these tornado warnings are still in effect, and you still need to be sheltering in your safe place if you're in Collins or Seminary as well. Got a new area of rotation right in here that we're keeping an eye on as this shifts to the east, just south of Collins, crossing Highway 49 right now. So areas Cold Springs, McDonald, Mount Horeb, and moving towards Moscus, Willowtown, Providence, all those areas need to be in their safe place taking cover. And again, we are under a tornado watch here in South Carolina and Georgia until 1 a.m. So a couple more hours on that tornado watch. At this point right now, I think we're pretty much clear. Very few storms still out there in Georgia moving their way towards the South Carolina area. But for now, we're looking all good right now. Again, like I pointed out, that new area of rotation that started just south of Collins, just east of Highway 49, is really starting to take shape here. So we'll be concerned about that here over the next couple scans. We're going to keep an eye on that. I think they may, with just that area of rotation again, they may extend that tornado warning to include areas like Oak Bowery, Bethel, Shady Oak, those areas. Hopewell maybe even included in that as well. So we're going to keep an eye on that here over the next couple of minutes. It's a little bit tighter rotation than what we've been seeing over the past couple scans. So we'll keep an eye. I do believe that we'll probably see that tornado warning extended. We'll see a new warning issued for Bethel, Oak Bowery, Shady Oak, and Hopewell. Now rotation's starting to look a little better here. Still not convinced they're going to let that tornado warning just expire. They may. Still got a little area of rotation here. This is in Mississippi. We're watching this tornado warning here near Collins, Mississippi. There's that new tornado warning, like I said, that it does include Laurel. So they did extend that tornado warning out to Laurel, Mississippi, Ellisville, includes Hopewell, Shady Oak, Bethel, Oak Bowery, like I said earlier. I kind of figured they would extend that to cover those areas. Do got an area of rotation here, secondary area of rotation. This is the same storm that's been producing tornado emergencies across Mississippi here this evening. Several tornado emergencies, big, large, violent wedge tornadoes on the ground out of this particular storm. So it is moving east towards Laurel, Mississippi right now. So if you have friends and family in Ellisville, Laurel, any of these areas in between Pleasant Ridge, Mount Zion, Sand Hill, those areas, they all need to be getting to their safe place. The time is now to be getting to a safe place. So we've got another tornado warning here just issued moving east towards Laurel. This is radar indicated, so there's nothing confirmed on this tornado, but it is radar indicated. Velocities are looking pretty good there yet again, with another area of rotation over Willowtown, Oak Bowery, near Bethel, Mississippi, moving east towards Laurel, Ellisville, and Pleasant Ridge, Mount Zion, Sand Hill. Those areas you all need to be in your safe place. The storm is not yet over and is capable of producing yet again another violent tornado here this evening as we get closer to Laurel, Mississippi. South Carolina, Georgia, looking pretty good this evening. A couple rain showers moving into Columbia right now. A little bit of lightning with some of those showers and thunderstorms as well. But overall, nothing severe here in South Carolina. Portions of western South Carolina are still under that tornado watch, and areas north um, of Atlanta, Gainesville, Athens, Noonan, those areas under that tornado watch. And that extends all the way down to about Albany, Georgia, as well on that tornado watch. We do have a special weather statement just issued a little bit ago on this supercell here towards Buena Vista, Ellaville, Preston, those areas, all under that special weather statement for we've got quarter-inch hail and 40-mile-per-hour winds with that strong thunderstorm as well. So other than that, not a whole lot going on for South Carolina and Georgia, but we are still watching these tornado warnings. They just issued a flash flood warning for the next 2 hours here for Prentice, Monticello, and Mount Olive, those areas in Mississippi. Monticello was just hit by a massive tornado, as well as Brookhaven is hit by a massive tornado. We've got special weather statement on these storms here moving through Prentice right now. 40-mile-per-hour winds, half-inch hail as well. So a lot going on with this now kind of messy line of storms where we're still holding on to these tornado warnings. We've got some really good rotation here. Wouldn't be surprised if they do radar confirmed tornado on this here pretty soon. It's looking pretty good there. Nothing, no debris or anything, no debris signature on radar as of yet, but it's looking pretty decent as far as velocities go. And I think they got some storm chasers on this, but unfortunately I can't share their streams because I'm not partnered with them. So, uh, but we're definitely got showing some pretty pretty tight rotation here near Oak Bowery. So if you're in Oak Bowery, Mississippi, or Bethel, Mississippi, you need to be in your safe place right now. A severe thunderstorm warning just issued. This is going to be Clark County. In Alabama. Latest velocity scan here and latest radar scan. Velocities are decreasing a little bit there. Getting a little bit more broad rotation on that, but definitely still watching this tornado warning. Take a look at the most recent velocity scans here. Not near as tight a rotation. Still got that good rotation here, but not near as tight as it just was a few minutes ago there near Bethel and Oak Bowery. But definitely still want to be in your safe place. And if there is a tornado on this, it's going to be completely rain wrapped. So currently, right now, 2 tornado warnings and 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the United States right now. Got both tornado warnings or both severe thunderstorm warnings in Alabama, and both tornado warnings are in Mississippi. All right, let's see where we're at with current warnings. The tornado watch has been allowed to expire for South Carolina and a lot of Georgia here, a lot of eastern Georgia. They're still holding on to that tornado watch for Atlanta and for about another 3 hours here. But for South Carolina, it has been allowed to expire. Let's check in on velocities here. Very broad rotation on this anymore. It's looking a lot better for Laurel, Mississippi here as things start to move forward a little bit. That Collins will expire in about 2 minutes. And anybody watching this evening, we did have pretty significant tornadoes come through Brookhaven and Monticello earlier this evening that stemmed into tornado emergencies. So tonight, there is a link in our bio for our GoFundMe page. Any donations that we receive there tonight, a portion of those will be submitted to Ryan Hall for the Y'all Squad. They have a great organization, and we want to help contribute to helping people out in those areas that have been damaged this evening by those tornadoes. So if you'd like to make a donation to our GoFundMe, we will definitely make sure those proceeds get donated to the Y'all Squad as well to help Ryan and his team out as well. They're going to continue that tornado warning for Laurel right now. I think at this point, strictly out of precaution. Starting to see a little bit more rotation there. Still very broad rotation, but it is starting to tighten back up just a little bit, moving towards Ellisville. So if you're in Ellisville, Queensburg, Those areas, Mount Zion, Sand Hill, you need to be hunkering down in your safe places. It's starting to get a little bit more rotation to it here now. So we want to definitely keep a close eye on that. Nothing showing up on correlation coefficient that really stands out right now as to indicate that this could be on the ground potentially, but we definitely want to keep a lookout here. That is a radar indicated tornado warning still at this point, but we're going to keep watching that as it moves toward Laurel, Mississippi. And don't mind me if I keep looking down. I am watching my stream, um, as this is a new test stream. We're testing everything out, so I am watching the stream as well as I'm recording everything here live. Just want to make sure everything's popping up right and everything's looking good. So if you'd like the new stream, put in the comments. Let us know what you think. And if you want to see anything changed or anything added, or you think we need to add some things, let me know. I'm here for y'all. I want people to want to tune into our streams and stay aware of what's going on. That's why we do this. We've got some storm chasers coming on board. I've got a really important meeting tomorrow at 3 o'clock, so fingers crossed for that. Some good things will come out of that, and some big changes coming as well with that. So hopefully the meeting goes extremely well. But either way, with or without that meeting, we have some new chasers joining us, South Carolina, North Carolina, and out to the Midwest, Arkansas, those areas. We've got some chasers joining us that will be able to bring us live footage of these storms as they happen in real time as we're streaming. So that's super exciting, and we're ready to move forward with that and grow this organization and keep you guys aware of what's going on. We're not just covering North Carolina anymore and South Carolina anymore. We are expanding out. We're growing. We have followers from all over the country that tune into what we're doing and want to see us expand and cover their hometowns and where their family is and still let them know what's going on in Myrtle Beach as well. So we're looking forward to that expansion as we move through the next couple weeks and months. So pray for our meeting tomorrow that everything goes well, and we'll be able to bring you hopefully some really good news. But let's continue to watch this tornado warning here, moving towards Laurel, Mississippi, Ellisville, Pleasant Ridge, Mount Zion, Sand Hill. Your time has expired to be able to get in your safe place. You need to be there now. This couplet is coming together here and looking pretty decent here that we could have potentially a tornado in progress or soon to be in progress. So we want to keep a close eye on that. If you're in Ellisville, Mount Zion, Pleasant Ridge, Sand Hill, those areas, as well as Laurel and everything in between here, Glade, Truckers Crossing, Pekin, Grove, need to be in your safe places. Be sheltering in place. This is probably the best looking rotation couplet we've had in quite some scans here. So it's getting a little bit nerve wracking with this particular storm as it's moving east toward Laurel. If you're just tuning in, thanks for tuning in and following along with the stream. Please like and subscribe to our page. Things are only getting better. Our coverage is going to expand drastically over the next couple weeks. So we're excited to bring that to you, and hope that we can be the place where you come and get your forecasts and your live coverage from. There's many good sources out there, but we want to be just an additional source as well. So please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If I'm super boring, just say, hey man, you're super boring, and I'll try to fix that. Still looking at some rotation. A new scan just came in through a little bit less tight rotation than what we were. So a very well organized couplet there. Moving towards Ellisville, Laurel. If you're in Mount Zion, Pleasant Ridge, you are already in it. Sandhill's already done. So your time has expired to get in your safe place. So you need to. If you're in Laurel, you still have a little bit of time, but you need to be there now. Ellisville, you need to be getting in your safe place immediately. Center portion of your home, away from doors and windows. A bathroom on the interior of your home. If you're near Laurel and you are in a mobile home, you need to find some safe shelter. Still radar indicated 3/4 of an inch in hail. See some video here coming into Laurel. This is from Laurel. Pretty impressive lightning with that. Most of that lightning north of that area of rotation, though. So we do have a pretty tight couplet here towards Mount Zion, Pleasant Ridge right now. Again, nothing showing up on correlation coefficient as far as possible debris. So there's nothing saying that this is a tornado on the ground right now, but still radar indicated. Just putting some posts out on social media here. If you're just tuning in and you've never watched our streams before, I do everything myself. So I don't have a whole team of people behind me doing all this stuff. So everything you see in Myrtle Beach Aware is me alone by myself, taking care of all of this. So we're watching the storm right now coming into Laurel right now. The video is courtesy of Hazcams. And this is looking almost directly towards that area of circulation. Let's check out some other current warnings right now. We did get a new severe thunderstorm warning issued here for Georgia right now. Switch over to reflectivity. Main threat here is going to be hail on this storm. Hail and gusty winds in near Ellaville in Georgia, south of Buena Vista. There's some other areas in between here. That's going to be Walls Crossing, Putnam, Shiloh, Friendship, Concord, those areas in southern Georgia. We're watching those areas as well. So severe thunderstorm warning just issued for those portions of Georgia. South Carolina, pretty calm right now. We're looking if I can get anything to work here. There we go. Some showers and storms here near Columbia working their way through. But overall, pretty quiet here in South Carolina. We're going to go back here to Mississippi to the current tornado warning in Laurel and take a look at what's going on with that most recent radar scan here. Velocity still got some rotation there, moving its way toward Laurel right now. You can see Laurel live here on the screen. The Hazcams in Laurel. Pretty impressive lightning with that storm. Just breaking news, just in multiple fatalities at a trailer park reported south of Brookhaven, Mississippi. So not a good situation going on there in Mississippi. Multiple tornado emergencies this evening, and now multiple fatalities being reported I'm not sure the confirmation on that, but just reading some news here, multiple fatalities have been reported from that tornado near Brookhaven, Mississippi this evening. And there is a link in our description here on YouTube and on Facebook that goes to a GoFundMe page for Myrtle Beach Aware. That GoFundMe does help us keep chasing and doing what we're doing. But also tonight, any donations that we receive tonight will be a portion of those donations will be given to Ryan Hall and the Y'all Squad for what they do. And they're going to be helping in Mississippi with the devastation of these tornadoes this evening. So a portion of those proceeds will go to them as well. So if you feel kind enough to make a small donation, uh, any amount, we'll send that money over to Ryan Hall and his team that will be helping in Mississippi to help these people recover. Right now, we're looking live at Laurel, Mississippi, as a tornado warned storm is making its way towards there. This Hascams was looking just about in the direction of that area of rotation, but we are starting to move. It's you can see it's raining there in Laurel now, so things are starting to work their way into town. Pretty heavy rain there. The rotation has decreased quite substantially here. I would imagine we'll probably see that tornado warning disappear, which we just did. So that tornado warning has been allowed to expire for Laurel. Um, So still a pretty powerful storm moving through Laurel, Mississippi, but the tornado warning has been allowed to expire, which is great news considering the trend that this storm has had over the last couple hours, with multiple tornado emergencies for Brookhaven and again for Monticello, Mississippi, two major wedge tornadoes that were confirmed on the ground for both of those. So Laurel was spared this evening. Collins, Prentice, those areas all spared this evening of tornadoes. But we can take a look at current weather reports here and see what people are reporting here. You can see we've got that tornado 3 hours ago. Bunkley and Franklin was the location. Confirmed tornado TDS was observed. So I mean, just you can see this path of these. Let's turn off the radar here. You can see that path of those tornadoes. Another confirmed report of a tornado here near Prentice and Jefferson Davis from a storm chaser. So local storm report. Storm chaser reported power flashes and flying debris. So lots of tornado happenings this evening on that long line. You can just follow that storm with those storm reports all the way through Brookhaven. We've got 2 hours ago. There's that one. Let's see here what this one is. Pretty much the same, just storm chasers um, giving their reports. So it's been a very active evening in Mississippi. And it's only going to continue through the next 24 hours, all the way to the coast here in South Carolina. So we'll be watching things very closely over the next 12 hours. Storms here in South Carolina kind of up in the air on timing as of right now, but day two tomorrow, we are under a marginal risk of severe weather, and that extends all the way down into the Florida Panhandle. So we'll be watching things very closely there as we go through the morning and into the afternoon hours. Timing's a little up in the air right now. Could see some showers and storms arriving early in the morning, which is probably, I would say, probably a good chance of seeing some showers and storms around in the morning. We've already got storms working their way through Columbia, South Carolina right now, working towards the Florence area. That those will eventually work into Wilmington, Lumberton, those areas overnight tonight. But depending on when that cold front starts to approach the area, timing is going to be key with that to whether or not we get some good daytime heating to produce the chance for potentially some stronger to severe storms. But we'll keep an eye on that. If we have to go live, we'll go live. But right now, we're just kind of keeping an eye on things as we move into the day tomorrow. So we'll keep a close eye on things. But other than that, now that that tornado warning has expired, for Laurel, Mississippi. We're going to go ahead and call it a night here. But if anything changes, we'll be back live the second something changes here. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed tuning into the brand new stream setup this evening. I hope this test works out really, really well. And things start to progress a little bit better. Wish us luck on our big meeting tomorrow. That could totally change our entire stream. So super excited about that. But for now, tornado warning has expired for Laurel, Mississippi, and not a whole lot going on in Georgia and South Carolina. Other than Georgia, we still have this severe thunderstorm warning here. We got some pretty significant hail moving to just south of Ellaville towards Andersonville. So definitely want to take precautions if you're in those areas as well. They just extended that severe thunderstorm warning for a little bit longer. But other than that, we have the special weather statement up here near Noonan, and Fayetteville and Griffin, Georgia, as well, just south of Atlanta. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. You guys stay safe, and I'll make sure you stay aware.